si bon de partir n'importe où, bras dessus, bras dessous, en chantant des chansons. C'est si bon de se dire des mots doux, de petits rien du tout.
Good morning, and how are we today? Today we're talking about the essential books in regards to French cuisine. Now, the first thing that I'd like to say, for those who think keto is a fad, our first essential book is by the man who founded the whole idea and who promoted low carbohydrate diets. He was born in 1755, and it is none other than Brillat-Savarin and his book, The Physiology of Taste. Now, Jean Brillat-Savarin was not a chef. He was a court judge. The court of Cuisine. Yes, my French is execrable. Typical of most Americans, in fact. I have a very difficult time learning other languages, other than to order wine, of course. Well, you know, be that as it may. But Monsieur Brillat-Savarin lived from 1755 to 1826 and is widely considered the father of the low carbohydrate diet, as he recommends everything that the keto diet recommends now, and that you get rid of all those unnecessary carbohydrates, because of course you shouldn't be eating what you don't need. Perhaps as a treat every now and again, but, you know, in the general, in your day-to-day life, you don't need them, so you shouldn't eat them. So that's our first essential book, Jean Brillat-Savarin, The Physiology of Taste. It hasn't been out of print since it was first printed, so you should be able to find a nice e-book copy of it on Google Books, which is where I found mine.
Mais qui en disent en langue, en voyant notre mine.
Our next essential book, and he is a chef, is Auguste José's Escoffier. And I happen to have his book. Oh my Lord, child. This is French cuisine classique, from sauce to dessert. Good Lord in heaven. It's a ton. Anything at all you want to know, it's here. This is the man responsible for the way French food is. With the butter, the fresh ingredients, the careful attention to detail, the whole idea that everything must be coherent and an absolute rhapsody. Food that, in proper proportions, is just absolutely exquisite. So, no, this is the rich and the full breadth of French cuisine in the classic style. Now, Escoffier was born 1846 and lived to 1935, and he was the one who founded the Ritz, the Carlton. He was a great hotelier, and apparently the kind of grandfather everyone would want, according to his biography. There is a biographical note in this book Now, this is a book that's not merely a cookbook, but also a textbook. And it's quite a hefty item. Quite a weapon. But if you read it, you may need a dictionary. There's a glossary in the back, but it doesn't quite answer all the questions you may have. So you'll have to get out your Larousse as well. Anyway, this was available from, where else? Amazon. Although I'm sure you can find it elsewhere. Look for the stripy black and white. Escoffier. Le Guide Culinaire.
Les passants dans la rue nous.
I'm sure this lady needs no introduction from me. Yes, it's that doyenne of French cooking, Julia Child, who first brought it here to America in her 2-volume set, Mastering the Art of French Cooking, and her numerous television programs, which were always very fun to watch. So, she was born in 1912 and died in 2004. The photograph I have is by Lynn Gilbert, who freely lets anybody use it. And all the other photographs I have used have been commons or otherwise freely available for use. Julia was quite the proponent of, once again, cuisine classique. And she seemed to have a great time in her kitchen, even with the blunders which we all got to see as she made them. So quite a charming lady. I highly recommend her books, as she's clear and quite concise. No dictionary needed on this one. You can find it on Amazon, or I'm sure you can find it elsewhere as well, in both new and used. So look her up. Well worth reading her books.
Envie, c'est si bon de gaieté dans ses.
And finally, we have, by no means the least of our essential books, the father of Nouvelle Cuisine, a lighter version of Cuisine Classique. We have Paul Bocuse with his culinary textbook, which in fact will be recommended to you if you request the Escoffier. Bocuse, a well-known chef of great renown, was born in 1926 and died just recently, last year, 2018. A very long and happy life. He founded hotels, trained youngsters, and was a proponent of the same cuisine of Ferdinand Pont, who was his teacher. I also have Ferdinand's book on the shelf over there. Quite a nice man, too. As you can tell, I'm quite taken with French cooking, because the art of the pan sauce, as Escoffier says, can lift your average meal into an extraordinary meal. Remarkably satisfying. And much of it, very much, keto. So, you'd be surprised what you can find if you look. But if you are at all interested in French cooking, French cuisine, how it's done, what hazards to look for, everything from appetizer to Anthelme, these are the books that you might like to require. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And like, share, subscribe, all that. Thank you for watching, and please come again.
Yeux, une esprit merveilleux qui donnait la frisson. C'est si bon, ces petites sensations, ça vaut mieux que millions. C'est tellement, tellement bon.